About 5 years ago, out of the blue, I received a phone call from Dwayne Dyer. It had been a decade since we last spoke to each other, so I was surprised. I first met Dwayne in 1992 through a friend of mine named Mike Stroud. Dwayne at the time was vice president of a nutraceutical supplement company called Enhanced Living International. A couple years later, Enhanced Living International was acquired by another supplement company called Enrich. Ken Brailsford was the CEO of Enrich, and Dwayne went to work for Ken. Ken was a neighbor of mine. He lived exactly 12 houses down the block when I lived in Orem, Utah. So Dwayne calls me. It's been 10 years since we talked. I was surprised. I liked Dwayne. I was excited to talk to him. We reminisced a little bit. And then it was revealed the true purpose of his call. He asked me if I had ever heard of a new company called Zango. I said I had. I said that a neighbor of mine when I lived in Pleasant Grove, Utah, was Aaron Garrity. And I heard from another neighbor that Aaron had left Tahitian Noni, where he was working, to start this new company or help start this new company called Zango. Well, Dwayne then asked, well, Paul, have you ever tasted Tahitian Noni juice? I said I had. Well, did you like it? Not really. Dwayne then said, well, Zango tastes good. I said, it tastes good? He says, yeah, it tastes good. I said, well, then I'm definitely not interested. I said, Dwayne, I have 4 sons. 3 of them are teenagers. They love juice. Apple juice, orange juice, grape juice. They guzzle this stuff. And if Zango costs anything like Tahitian Noni, what, $30, $35 a bottle? I can't afford that. I can't manage that. I said, I need something that tastes nasty enough that my kids will naturally leave it alone at that price, but palatable enough that I'll drink it. Well, Dwayne, I don't think, was prepared for that response in me. However, to his credit, he did suggest to me, Paul, what's more important than the health of your children and your loved ones? So let's take a look at that question as it applies to Zango and many of the other network marketed MLM juices. I like the question Dwayne posed to me. What's more important than the health of your children and your loved ones? In support of that question, take a look at this. Dr. Alan Coolidge, MD, an orthopedic surgeon in Utah, said in an article printed on the front page of the Daily Herald, July 17, 2006, quote, "The absolute best financial investment one can make is in their health," unquote. Do you believe that? Do you believe that the absolute best financial investment you can make is in your health? I do. How about this? Do you believe that the absolute best financial investment you can make in your health is a MLM juice? I don't. Consider this. In 1972, I turned 16 years old and started driving a car. Richard Nixon was president. The best picture of the year was The Godfather. The top-rated television show was All in the Family. The #1 song for the year was American Pie by Don McLean. The Vietnam War was still raging on, and gasoline cost only 36 cents a gallon. 36 cents. Today, just the taxes alone on a gallon of gasoline costs more than that. I drove a Volkswagen Beetle that year. It cost me only $3.24 to fill up my 9-gallon gas tank. Today, at $3 a gallon, it would cost me $27. Many of us cringed when a gallon of gasoline and a gallon of milk reached the $3 mark. However, did you know that at $3 a gallon, you can buy 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 64 gallons of milk for just what 1 gallon of Zango costs? Now here's how I figured this. Since Zango does not come in gallon jugs, I needed to do a little math. However, anyone can do these calculations. I discovered when I visited Zango's website that one 25-ounce bottle of Zango costs $37.50. $37.50 divided by 25 ounces equals $1.50 per ounce. There are 128 ounces in 1 gallon. 128 times $1.50 per ounce equals $192 per gallon. Add the shipping and tax and ka-ching, ka-ching, you are now well over $200 per gallon. Who in their right mind would pay $200 for a gallon of juice? Or for that matter, who in their right mind would pay $100 for a gallon of juice? Now, for the $64 question, or perhaps more appropriate, the truth or dare question, would you who are listening to me right now, would you spend $200 for a gallon of juice if there was no business opportunity attached to it? Would you spend $100 or $150? I believe the answer for most people is, of course not. The fact is, however, there are hundreds of thousands of people who do spend the money to buy Zango and other multi-level marketed juices. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry. In my next presentation of Debunking the MLM juice industry, I will reveal, among other things, the recipe, the proven formula that ignites explosive growth every time. Within that recipe or formula resides two of the darkest of all human emotions. They are the emotions of fear of loss and greed. Please stay tuned. Until next time, I thank you.